Alright, hello there. I am Papa01 and we are getting ready to start the next league, which is a 5SChance for show 6C, and it will be the PW division. I believe that it's a 3-man league for that 5SChance. So let's look at the 3 competitors. Well, I already know it's a 3-person thing. Yeah, should have said that. Let me keep it like this. Yeah, I'll keep it like this. After this, the final match of the day will be the PW ranking match between the 3rd rank and the 4th rank. So the Hunter will be defending its ranking versus the wild card. So 3 versus 4. Oh yeah. So let's look at the rules real quick. And here they are. Now I'll explain it to you as you see them on the screen. We have 10 minutes. Pinfall on. TKO is turned off. Quick match is turned off. We also have time decisions turned on. Then interference is turned off. Blood is turned on. Rope break is turned on. And give up is turned on. And it's false count anywhere. And it's PW rules. Without further ado, we're going to get started as soon as I make sure it's on the hardest difficulty, and enjoy. Oh, I think that's just bad timing, man. God damn. Oh, he survived. Alright, never mind. Ain't that about a bitch? He kicked out and then all he had to do was flip him over and then he pinned him again and then he won. Oh, man. I thought he survived that. Oh, crap. I thought he survived that. And for a second, I thought this was a goddamn ranking match. I forgot this was a 5SChance match. Because for whatever reason, I knew that it was false count anywhere, but I still thought it was a ranking match for some reason. It was just that good of a match between these two. Congrats to Gary Albrecht. No, we're doing this one first. Yeah, Gary Albrecht will be the final match. Alright, enjoy the next one. When it comes to the PW rules style matches, the double team, the PW and the absolute divisions, will come to them because even though what Factor 3, even though that's a PW rule style thing, they have for all their matches is lumberjack. Only for I think only for one match. Yeah, only for the title for double team is lumberjack, and then you got no countouts for ranking number one contender or title match for the PW division. But take advantage of that false count anywhere, because if he would try to do that, if he would did that combo, then did the powerbomb and using the ropes, then that would have been a kick out. But you take advantage of it now because you're gonna be able to take advantage of it later, you know, because he would have to throw him back in the ring and try to hopefully get the pinfall once he threw him back in the ring. Anyway, back to this match. So far, so good for Gary Albright. I mean, he's won the first match of this 5SChance, but I was thinking that he should have been in the absolute division. The only reason I settled for putting him in the PW division is for one reason. He don't have too many moves that do KO damage. You know, he don't have too many moves that do KO damage. So I was like, you know what, it'll probably be best for him to go into like the PW division anyway, because first of all, his back finisher is the multiple German suplex that doesn't do no KO damage or blood damage, or it just wears you down and it will hurt. You could get a pinfall after you do that, but it's not to the same extent as like some of the other suplexes. I think the multiple German suplexes, and there's one more German suplex that does no KO damage at all. Whereas they're either ones that do it, or there's ones that are pin. You know, they're bridging German suplexes. Those are, I think there's only two of them that are bridging German suplexes. Also, oh yeah, and that finisher one, the what is it called? The delayed German suplex, delayed deathflip German suplex, or whatever you want to call it. Delayed or whatever it's called. That one doesn't do KO or blood damage either. Yeah. So there's actually 3 German suplexes that don't do. Also, the one where it's a running back grab. That one doesn't do no real. It don't do no KO or blood damage either. But I think I got set for one of my wrestlers to do KO damage when they do that move. All right, back to this. One little more thing, and that's Dr. Wagner Jr. needs to win this match, because if he does it, he will no longer be the 5th spot if he loses this match. That is all. But if Gary Albright manages to win his final match, it don't matter if he wins this match anyway. If Gary Albright wins his final match, because he will be 2-0. You know. But the cool thing about this is, like, if what's his name? Damn, I can't pronounce his name or remember it. What is it? Fuyaki? Fuyuki? Yeah, Fuyuki. If he wins this match, they will definitely find out who will be the fifth spot because that means both of them have defeated Dr. Wagner Jr. and they're both one. They're both 1-0, and then they'll be going against each other. But Dr. Wagner wins this match, and then Fuyuki somehow beats Gary Albright. Then we'll have a three-way tie, the same that we had yesterday with the grappling division with those three guys. It was a three-way tie and went to overtime with the fifth spot getting the first round bye. You know, good for Dr. Wagner Jr. He's won this match, so he needs, and that's always funny to me because the person who lost in the first match, if they win their second match, they're gonna always need the guy they just beat to somehow beat the guy who was able to beat them, which is weird. I never understood that. And I think that's happened. That's always how it happens when it's a three-way tie. You gonna need the guy who you just beat to beat someone else, or in the case of, I think that was the MMA division, and I think there was 6 of them. And what was it? Was the fifth spot involved in that? No, the fifth spot was involved in that. Yeah, I don't think the fifth spot was involved in that. I forgot who were the 3 competitors. No, I know. It was it was Devastation, Antonio Inoki, and I think the third person was the person who became the fifth spot, which was the Smashing Machine, Mark Kerr. Yeah. Mark Kerr just recently lost his match at the his ranking match. So I think he still is the fifth spot. So he will be defending his fifth spot ranking, I believe. Not too sure. I'll know after this because I'll check it. I'll check it out right quick after this. And this is the final match of this. Well, hopefully it's the final match, but you never know. Oh, Hiro Michi. Hiro Michi. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, will be this match. Other than this, we go into overtime, which will benefit Dr. Wagner and the guy who's coming out right now. As in, they'll get a second opportunity to try to become the fifth spot. Enjoy. And basically Gary Albright needs to win this match for he could definitely become the fifth spot. Alright. Enjoy. And something else I forgot to mention is that a couple of videos ago, I was talking about the what's the game called? WWE SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. I forgot to talk about. They also got you know how some games got the little damage meter on there for like the head, body, and arms and legs and stuff. I forget that freaking Here Comes the Pain has that as well for the limbs and the head and body as well. They got the damage meter for health around for your body parts as well. And that's another cool thing about that game. So I definitely want to put that and use that for like simulations and stuff like that. I don't like that the now the 2K has taken off the freaking body damage meter. I don't like the fact that they did that. It seemed like kind of like, why did they even do that? And now for simulations, they just, you can't have, when you do simulations, that you can't see the meter. I don't know who doesn't like seeing the meter, but I always like having the meter on there. Uh-oh, he's finna do those Germans. Or he may turn them around. No, he's just gonna go for the Germans. Makes sense. I mean, it's to the, I think that's was his what? No, I think he only did one finisher so far. And he's doing the 5. This should be over. Or it could be not. Alright, you getting a second chance. Make it count. Alright, let me shut up talking. I thought the match was over with. I thought he was going to be able to hit that power bomb. Albright just hanged on long enough to make sure he couldn't get his finisher again. But that was a good ass match. I think it was just the fact that Gary Albright was in control for the majority of like the first 6.5 minutes, and then what's the name took over the next 2 minutes. It wasn't really back and forth. Yeah, he took over the next 2 or 3 minutes. No, the next 2.5 minutes. Yeah, because when it was 1 minute left, they just start going back and forth. Gary Albright was able to keep him from getting his finisher and winning the match. So yeah, congrats to Gary Albright. He is the new 5SChance. I mean, the new 5th spot for the PW division. Congrats to him. Next up, we'll have the ranking match, and that will determine who he will be facing off in his first singles match in the PW. Goddamn it. I guess that's good enough. Yeah, of course it's good enough. Those are really nothing but for a show for me to know who's who and stuff. Alright. And so we have here the ranking match. Oh yeah. Liger and Saruta. I basically pronounced Saruta's name like you think of Tsunami, because they both got the beginning part of Tsunami, and Saruta is why I come up with Saruta. Yeah. I also got I don't think I had talked about this in a while, but I also got characters already lined up to make for when I do get that what's the name? A better version of this. These are the things, as you know, I don't have no actual real names for any characters at all most of the time. I think only real character name, but that's not even a real character name. I think one of them is Dave Monster, and he's the Dragon King. Kevin, he's basically Kevin Nash, but with like MMA and stuff. Yeah, I believe I said it for that. Yep. Oh, martial arts. Yeah. There was a wrestler who was with WWE for a short time. I think he was with Elijah Burke. I forget his name though. He was a pro wrestler, but like he was more he had more like a MMA or combat background or whatever like that. I kind of like to do a lot, so I started making Dave Monster based off of what he did. And the other dude is Mitch, the Russian. Yeah. These 4 or 5 right here are characters I'm bringing back from what was it? WrestleMania 2000. There's a couple of them. Well, there's a ton of them from what's the other thing? Shut Your Mouth, WWE SmackDown, Shut Your Mouth. Some of them I just made up on the spot. Like everything except for Hydro, I just made up on the spot. Like Hydro is striking, then you got WM Feet, which is Watch My Feet. He does kicks. Elbow does elbows, and then you got In Strike or Knee Strike. He does knees. Fracture, which is he does everything that has to do with bone breaking for like the limbs, so like the arm breakers, shin breakers, all that stuff, different type of leg breakers and stuff like that. Graham, Dirty Fighting, Victor, MMA, and Gore. He gonna have almost every possible ability of way to make you bleed. You think the Brawler Riot has a ton of ways to make you bleed? He has even more. Then we got Dash, Shoot Wrestling. Then you got T-Race, who is Pro Wrestling. Then you got Forsaken, who is martial arts. You got Apollo Pro Wrestling. You got Tank Pro Wrestling. Fred martial arts. Dave Monster martial arts, and you got Mitch the wrestler, who is shoot wrestling. Yeah, a couple of them I got to figure out other stuff for them. I may give Fred a last name as well, or just call him Freddy. Yeah. And what was the other one? Why won't let me back out of it? Oh yeah, and then you got Final Pro Wrestling, NG, which stands for New Guy. He's pro wrestling. He's a cruiserweight or junior heavyweight. Then you got Shoot Wrestling for Shadow. He's like the yin yang with the Ghost Ninja. So like he's Shadow, and he's gonna be a stealth ninja, and then we already got the Ghost Ninja. I think I'm gonna make him all black. Then we got. That's not the way you pronounce it, because I just put his first name and last name together. So his name is Jake, and then his last name spelled backwards is Shock. So it's Jake Shock, but it's just not spelled that way. I just thought that was like cool way to have it spelled on there. Just make it one name, but they're connected by the K. Then we have Speed, who's also pro wrestling. Then we have Ice, who is martial arts. Flamer, who is shoot wrestling, and Mental, who is pro wrestling. Mental is gonna have like the moves similar to like Randy Orton and stuff like that. That's what he's based off of. Flamer, his is more like he attacks the head, mostly the head and stuff like that. And Ice, pretty much my version of a Mortal Kombat character. Like, but they ain't gonna look as good as they would look with the with this game, as I had them looking with the WWE games for the PS2 and stuff like that. I could make better designs for them with like the SmackDown games or the new 2K games and stuff like that. But like, there's even more than this, but these are just the ones I just thought of, and like this is from a while back. I think I could. Where is it? This. So this was done 2000. Oh, just last year during August. So these are from August. All right. All right. So other than that. Yeah, that'll be our final match of the day. That'll be damn, it's on 40 minutes. Alright, I gotta get out for this. Alright, so next match will be coming up soon. Hope you enjoy these. And to the next one later.